blast. Everything on 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 blast.
Welcome to Everything on Blast.
Here we go. Back with another episode of Everything on Blast. This is Mario.
Whole episode you have to do that now.
Oh no, fuck. I just fucking cornered myself. Oh.
So Batman was pretty good.
Robert Pattinson. I feel like I'm not even Mario anymore at this point.
You're Jared Leto, fucking House of Gucci now.
Damn. Yo, what's up, y'all? You know, it's like I'm out here just doing my thing and stuff, you know, like out here over there on my right is Josh with the doggy in his lap. Yes. And to my friend over here, to my immediate right is Will, the Fresh Prince of Hollywood.
Jim Beam sponsoring another episode. Jim Beam, we are vengeance. Thank you.
We ain't gonna never make no money. To my left, Jose Schwervo.
Yes, sir.
And then I'm here.
Erick.
EdubShow.
Mr. White. Yo.
Nah, you can do better than that. Give me a better one than that.
Yo, Mr. White. What you doing, bitch?
Raymond? She just knows exactly when the red light comes on. It's crazy. How does that happen?
She is shy, yeah.
Yeah. Red light on. All right. Anyways, how is everybody doing? How you doing?
Jay Chill.
Fantastic.
How's that Jim Beam?
Treat me right. I love it. I'm not a fan of Jack Daniels, but I like the Jim Beam.
Man. Before we get started, should we talk about our take on expensive ass pizza for no reason?
Let's do it.
Expensive ass pizza from the river?
Yeah, goddamn.
Are we talking about
coming.
French fries now?
Oh, bruh, French fry man. All right, before we start getting to the fucking business, what time is it? All right, cool.
9:36.
So, yeah, me and Jose are across the street. We're, I have my own business, eating our food or whatever. I have a sandwich. Jose has pizza, and then, for us both, we're sharing like a basket of fries. This fucking random ass dude walks over. He sticks his hand like right. He's damn near about to touch our fries, and he's like, "Yo, let me get a fry real quick." It's like, bro.
Wow.
I took my fries away so quick, and I'm like, bruh. Fucking jackass, man. But yeah, how's everybody doing though? Like, I don't think you guys are
Apart from the French fries, yeah, I'm doing good.
Yeah. All right. So, Batty Man. Richard is actually watching the movie right now as we speak, as we were recording.
With Robert Pattinson.
With Robert Pattinson in the movie theater. Ain't that something?
What do y'all think? Spoiler-free review.
Spoiler-free review. We getting straight into it. Batman.
We definitely all liked it.
We all liked
it, yeah. Some a little bit more than others.
I think I liked it a little bit more than you guys. Josh hasn't seen it yet. But yeah, I liked it a lot.
I didn't know it was the same cinematographer as the dude who did Dune.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Damn.
That's interesting.
Which fits with some of those shots because they were...
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I definitely appreciate the shots in the movie, but like, it doesn't match Dune.
Well, yeah, I feel like Denis, that's another level.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You said Denis?
Denis.
Oh, Dune. Got you. Yeah. I mean, I loved it personally. Like, I want to hear what you guys have to say first.
So that's what I was. We were talking about on the way here last night. Meanwhile, and I was saying that me going into the movie wanting to love it didn't help me, and that's why I don't like going into movies with expectations, or like whether it be like I'm gonna like it or I'm not gonna like it. Just I want to go into it blind. But again, this movie got pushed back for COVID reasons and shit like that, and I was like, it's been so hyped up that I was like, this is gonna be the best Batman movie we've ever gotten. And then as I'm watching it, I'm like, it's good, it's really good, I'm really liking this, but there's just like something that I can't quite put my finger on that I just
what is the issue?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like I gotta rewatch it in order to like, and even then I just don't. I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna know why I don't like it.
I feel like you're looking for something that might not be there. You're digging.
No, there's something about the movie that it just like there's something in there that I didn't really.
Yeah, maybe a rewatch might help because, maybe I kind of get where you're coming from, but like, if you don't know the reason why, then like, you know what I mean? How can you critique it in that way?
Well, that's the thing though. Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. And again, I feel like in the rewatch I'm gonna be able to figure it out, possibly. But
because also in the first viewings, I mean, it's a long ass movie. So much happens that like I was even just trying to remember the shit that happened in the movie. But I feel like also it's for what it is, which I read a review where somebody was comparing it to like a 70s crime drama, which I think fits really well.
Yeah.
It's doing that really, really well. But part of I think my hesitation with it is it's doing what it's doing really well, but it's not necessarily like it's doing something I've never seen before. Unless you're talking about the feel of it or something like that. But something like, since we were talking about Dune did a lot of things that I've just never seen before. So I feel like that's part of what I'll judge a movie on is it doing, a genre really, really well, like Batman or like a crime drama, or is it doing something I've never seen? And I was trying to put I told Jose that a word that kept coming to me during the movie was kind of a goofiness. And I think the more I thought about it, part of what it was Paul Dano's Riddler. I know y'all both liked him a lot, but parts of his take on the character, which also just seems like the way it was written, felt a little too over the top to me.
Really?
real quick, can I move this chair so I can set up the my phone on there? All right, go for it.
Are you going live? You going live?
Yeah.
Ooh, Jose's going live. Okay, since while he's doing that, what did you like the most about the movie?
The score is up there. Fucking one of the best scores I've heard just in a long time. I mean, the whole look and feel of it is like top notch. Everything's so tight and like finely put together. It didn't feel, to me, it didn't drag at all for a 3-hour movie. I loved Robert Pattinson, loved Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman. She's definitely my favorite Catwoman. And I was also talking to Jose about how I didn't necessarily like Anne Hathaway as Catwoman, but I thought her character in the script made a lot more sense as Catwoman than Zoe Kravitz's did. I feel like Zoe Kravitz didn't really have a ton to do, and she kind of lost her agency towards the end of the movie. But I mean, yeah, that there's a lot of action scenes that are just some of the best I've seen, even not just in a Batman movie.
For me, it was I was just saying this last night, but like visually, I like Zoe Kravitz more as Catwoman, even like the costume and everything. But I feel like Anne's Catwoman was a little bit better. And I really wanted to like Zoe Kravitz a lot more, but it's the whole thing. Like I said before, like the movie in general, it was just like I wanted to love this movie. I wanted to come out of it and be like, yo, I'm like geeking the fuck out, kind of like the Spider-Man thing. Yeah, it was just like it just wasn't there. Yeah, but I feel like that's more my fault, and also the fact that we had a fucking shitty movie theater experience didn't really help the situation. But
yeah, maybe we should explain that.
Yeah, that's Eric.
Oh, no, not yet. We'll get there because I want to rant.
Well, yeah, since you're the biggest on it, what are some of the things you really liked about it?
I love gritty, and this was gritty, nitty gritty. I love just like you say, crime drama. I love that this was a multi-genre film that executed on it. It was a suspenseful thriller / crime drama / action flick, and I really loved it. Like I was telling Jose that you were saying that people were like, "Oh, this is not a Bruce Wayne movie," and then I think that's more of like a surfaced way to put it, because like Bruce Wayne is the true person inside, is the person with the suit. You know, that's who he truthfully is. Like, compared to like Bruce Wayne, just like without the costume.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think just considering that the movie centered so much around his, his backstory and everything like that, it just, I don't know, like that's what made me feel that way about that. But I love the action, of course. The only thing about the action that just ruined it for me was just a lot of it we all had already seen in the trailers.
We saw a lot of it.
Yeah.
A lot.
I get it. You know, people want to market their movie and like show people to get people excited. And I think maybe that's another thing that might have kind of like, hurt your thought on it.
Actually, the same thing with Uncharted. Like, a lot of those shots would have been like, that would have been really cool in theaters to experience for the first time if we hadn't seen it 1,000 times in the trailers.
And they gotta do that, dude. I remember I was looking at like old trailers of movies. Dude, I was looking at the first Child's Play trailer. Like, dude, obviously this movie's about a serial killer possessed doll, and they don't show any of like how he is when he's like Chucky. You know what I mean? They just shows like him as like a play doll. So, but they leave that for like the viewer when they watch the movie, and that's the thing that they don't do anymore. Like, they don't leave stuff out. Obviously, there's spoilers. Especially at the end of the movie. Yeah, boom.
Do y'all remember the trailer for Licorice Pizza?
I don't actually.
I dug it a lot because it fit being a Paul Thomas Anderson film, because people who would go see Licorice Pizza would see it regardless, just because they know that it's Paul Thomas Anderson. But the trailer for that, and I think it was the main trailer, didn't tell you anything about, not even just the story, but it was a lot more like a teaser where it was just the vibe of it. Yeah. And I love teasers for that reason, because it just, you know what you're getting into, but it doesn't tell you anything about the plot.
Yeah, and they were like, they showed pivotal moments in the movie.
They do that a lot with every trailer, though. I feel like it's more of
it's Marvel's fault, right?
But even Marvel's doing a better job at it now, of like including fake footage that's not even in the movie, like with Infinity War and stuff like that. But there's just like other studios that just like literally show you the whole movie in 3 minutes. Just like, I already know how it's like how everything.
Yeah, Batman versus Superman. Literally, come on now. They showed the entire movie in the trailer.
There's a whole YouTube account that'll take the trailer and dissect it and then pitch the movie that they think is going to happen based on what they've seen. Cool. And from what I've heard, they're crazy accurate. They give you so much. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like, even though we had seen a lot of what was shown already, I still loved it just like in the moment. As far as the action goes, but yeah, man, like the one thing I would say about like one critique is that I kind of wish that Bruce Wayne was a little bit more lighter. Slightly.
A little bit more?
I think he was a little too depressed. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I understand Robert Pattinson described the character to the T, and he was accurate. And I'm just like, yeah, like, no, I get it. Batman, he's a dude that literally puts on a costume, dresses a bat, and goes out and fight crime at night. Like, yeah, you have to. There's something off, but like, come on now. Like, I mean, I would like to see you smile at some point in the movie. You know,
a lot of people are saying that Robert Pattinson in like the red carpets is acting more like fucking Bruce Wayne that he did in the movie. Like,
Yeah, and with that, we don't really see anything that he's giving up to be Batman.
Yeah.
We just see how much he loves being Batman.
I think it's because at this point, like, it's not like the Dark Knight trilogy where we got a Batman origin story, where it showed him become Batman from the beginning. But like this, at this point, he's already been Batman. So,
But even in like Dark Knight Rises, which is the end of that story, we still see him wrestling with the things that he's losing from the Bruce Wayne side of things. But in this one, I feel like his whole life could go to shit as Bruce Wayne, and he'd be happy with that because then he'd get to be Batman.
oh yeah, he doesn't care. He just doesn't care about anything but just being Batman. He just this is what his entire life is dedicated to. It's like, you know, he lost his parents. Like, he was traumatized as a little ass kid. You know, seeing his parents be murdered in cold blood at point blank range. Like, that should fuck you up. You know, like, I get why he's a psychopath, but like, I don't know, man. I think it just depends on, like, if we were to get a sequel. Because they haven't mentioned anything about a sequel, right?
It's pretty obvious, but no, they said that they already started, like, it's in the works.
Yeah, they're for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it is as a sequel. We'll see, like, if there's any more, like, character development as far as, like, him, you know, Bruce Wayne, or whatever. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I loved all the characters. I love the performances. I love Penguin.
Penguin was
Dude, Colin Farrell as Penguin was fucking dope. Like I said, after we finished watching the movie, it was a lot of Joe Pesci I got out of this movie. And
I forgot that was him.
Yeah.
I kept forgetting going into it that Colin Farrell was in the movie, and even during it, I forgot that was Colin Farrell.
yeah, man, it's very Joe Pesci from Goodfellas.
Eddie said that Pattinson was perfect for where they were going with the character.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's dark, you know, but it's just, the reason why, my only small critique about is for him to lighten up, because, yeah, he is a dark character, like, at heart, but at the same time, Bruce Wayne still does, like, Bruce Wayne outside of Batman, he puts on an act, you know what I mean? Like, that's his cover-up.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, even though he doesn't want to do that, he knows he has to do that.
But also, we don't really see him doing that act.
We don't.
Yeah.
Movie, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I would kind of want a little bit more of.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you know, I did enjoy the dynamic between him and Catwoman.
Yeah.
But I really, really liked him and Gordon. I thought I thought them as a 1-2 punch, it really reminds me of like the animated series from the 90s. Like, I mean,
They were great. They were great together. They did such a, like, it's, I think this is my favorite Jim Gordon. The one from The Dark Knight is like, I didn't think anyone's gonna be able to top him. But the way they portrayed him in this movie and him, like, them working so well together, I was like, damn, yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
Because it's so detective, like, it's such. They said this movie was like, it brings you back to Detective Comics, you know, and they did that. They nailed it. I love it. I love crime drama, so, you know, I think that's why I loved it as much as I do. But I mean, also, I'm not the biggest fan of horror, but I love suspenseful thrillers, and I love the direction that they took with Riddler. Riddler's been my favorite Batman villain since I was a child. Ever since, like, I would go to, like,
Jim Carrey.
No. Six Flags Magic Mountain. Like, I had a Riddler hat when I was a kid, and it got stolen by my friend's mom.
What?
Yes, dude.
What a bitch.
Yeah, fuck no.
Why? She really wanted a Riddler hat?
Dude, I just remember I went over to his house and, like, she was wearing it. I'm like, yo, that's my hat. No, it's not.
What? That is
so
random as
weird.
fuck. Yeah.
Wow.
What are you gonna do?
What was she?
No,
like, I'm thinking, like, damn, I wonder when she was wearing that hat. Was she doing Never mind. Getting ideas in my head. Nah, but
Stacy's mom.
yeah, like I know you weren't too big of a fan of his get up.
Not at first, but now I'm like, okay, I get it. It's cool. Like,
I like it. I really like it. Yeah.
I guess, is this considered a spoiler? He doesn't wear a suit. Like,
it's okay.
I really hope in oh fuck yeah, I can't really talk about it without spoiling anything. I just hope they make more comic accurate costumes or suits for the future villains and in future movies. Like I said before, I ended up liking the way he looked in this movie, but
I liked it because it's like they're going serial killer.
No, yeah,
like this guy, he's a serial killer. Like he's fucking lunatic, psycho. Like I think he was very accurate to how the Riddler is, considering like he has like a goofy side to him. Mm-hmm. But he's just so like he's so intelligent. Mm. It's just that he's fucking crazy, you know. And that's what I want to see Riddler. Yeah, I mean, I love, like you said. I mean, they got it inspiration from the Zodiac Killer. Mm. So I loved it. Great villain, great villains.
Like you said before, well, like this movie, like really, like throughout I was like, this is really reminding me of both Seven and Prisoners. Yeah, and it was such a unique feel for a Batman movie. It's like
Seven
wow,
for sure.
Like,
yeah, the horror element vibes I really fucked with, but with the serial killer thing for Riddler, I do hope that if this franchise ever does bring in the Joker, that they don't treat it in the same way as they treated this Riddler, or like how the Dark Knight treated their Joker, which is kind of the same gangster, really smart but really unhinged, like fuck society kind of thing.
Yeah.
I hope that they at least put a spin on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Go back to what we were trying to talk before about the whole like Joker crossover thing. A lot of people. So they interviewed Matt Reeves recently, I think yesterday, and he was saying that they started writing this movie when the Joker came out, so there was like no way of them like crossing over to each other. Because a lot of people ask him like why, like there's such similar vibes in like movie aspect that like why isn't he part of the of this Batman universe? It's like
I understand he doesn't want to do the universe thing. I get it.
I do feel like it would have been cool though, because
it would be very nice.
So similar.
They would have had an insanely good dynamic.
Like I think for sure, if you love the Joker, you'll definitely love this movie. For sure.
I just don't. As much as I want to see like a Joker interact with this Batman, I feel like it's too much at this point. We've gotten so many Jokers.
I was gonna ask you guys, what villain would you guys want to see next?
A new Bane would be cool.
Yeah.
Bane.
Yeah, based on what we were talking about last night, like that would have been really cool.
Yeah. Because I don't really know what a comic accurate Bane would be. All I know is the Arkham video games, but even if it was just closer to that vibe, it would be really sick.
Yeah.
Let me see. I would love to see Hugo Strange. I think if they're gonna stick to what they're doing right now, I think Hugo Strange would be awesome.
I'd love to see Poison Ivy done the modern way too.
How would that work?
I'm sure they could find a way, but I don't know how you would do that. Really
I feel like
modernly
that would more go with the whole Suicide Squad kind of movie. Yeah, and Margot Robbie spoke about it. She said that she really wants to do a movie with Poison Ivy in it. So
I wonder who would play her.
Yeah. Okay. So
Emma Stone.
Yeah, definitely.
When I ask you guys, aside from Joker, obviously,
fuck, man. I think I would. It goes back to what I was saying though. Like we've already seen this guy on the fucking movie, but Scarecrow. I think he would be a really cool
You know, honestly, I think maybe if Scarecrow wasn't in the Batman Begins, they might have gone that way. Yeah. Consider, dude, that's horror. Yeah. Like that, if they want to go the whole horror thing. Yeah.
Before this movie came out, there were a lot of rumors that they were like setting up Mr. Freeze for the main villain for the second one.
Mr. Freeze would be a cool one too.
I don't know how they do it.
Wow. I don't know.
Even though there's a lot of like comic book aspects to it, it's more like, I guess, quote unquote, realistic.
Yeah. Not as realistic as the Dark Knight trilogy, and not as comic booky as Batman versus Superman or Justice League.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like a balance.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. Eddie was saying that Pattinson keeps saying that he wants a Court of Owls. So that would be
It's so sick.
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Yeah, if they did the animated series Heart of Ice adaptation with
I
Mr.
haven't seen
Freeze.
that.
Oh yeah, it's basically just his origin, but he's got Mr. Freeze has such a cool, like grounded origin story. That would be dope to see live action.
You know, it would make sense if they go with the whole Court of Owls thing based on what happens at the end of the movie with the whole like territorial thingy. I don't want to go into it, but
Oh yeah.
if they really go into that and maybe like again bring back some of the villains that were in this movie and be like, okay, so this Batman universe or whatever is gonna have more than one villain per movie and they're all gonna interact with each other.
Yeah.
That'd be so neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another villain. I mean, Bane, yeah, Scarecrow. Like somebody would fit that
Strange would
world.
be really good as well.
Yeah, I would love it. I mean, do you guys remember there was the whole rumor that Robin Williams was supposed to play Hugo Strange in Dark Knight Rises?
Really?
Yeah, dude. There was even a fan made trailer with Robin Williams talking as Hugo Strange. Yeah,
Interesting.
but no, honestly, I would love to see that.
What is y'all's favorite Batmobile?
Batmobile,
Oh man.
man, it's. I love the I love Michael Keaton's Batmobile.
I can't remember what his
That's a dope
looks
one.
like. Fuck, my phone's right there.
I really love the Val Kilmer one as well.
I can't remember their Batmobiles.
I don't remember Kilmer's.
I like the new one because it reminds me of like a DeLorean.
I really like the new one.
Yeah.
So I think the
Fucking
new
badass,
one
yeah.
might be my favorite, but I also love the Arkham Knight Batmobile. I don't know if y'all ever played that game, but
Oh yeah,
it's kind of a
yeah.
cross between a little bit of the Keaton one and then a lot of the Tumblr Christian Bale one. Mm-hmm. But it's much sleeker, and that's what
I love that.
yeah.
I love the Christian Bale Batmobile. Personally, I thought it was like when they first revealed that it was like kind of like a tank almost. It was like, yeah, this is dope. It's something different.
Oh, so apparently Jonah Hill was supposed to play Riddler or Penguin, and he just like ended up not being able to. But he's like they're eyeing him for the villain of the next movie.
Fuck yeah.
Jonah
I
Hill.
would love to see him do a villain.
He'd be a good Penguin.
Yeah. Did you see Don't Look Up?
No,
He was basically a villain.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
that's crazy. I need to watch that. I was actually planning on watching that soon because like I'm curious now. You thinking Jonah Hill as a villain?
Yeah.
You know?
Damn, man.
Because he was still very, like, quippy. Like, he was still very Jonah Hill. Like, Jennifer Lawrence would say something and he'd be like, oh, cool, I'm so glad I asked. He's very much an asshole. But, yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys want to see Robin?
Yes.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think he's gonna fit into this?
I think this is going to be the perfect, I guess, way to bring him in would be just like, fuck, I can't.
I think if you guys have seen Titans, I think that's a good adaptation of how Robin would fit
I'm
into.
content, so.
Well, the thing is that he quit. Like, well, I mean, he's kind of like becoming. I haven't got that far, but I already know he's on his way to becoming Nightwing. But he's struggling at the beginning with just being Robin because he doesn't want to be Batman's partner no more. I think if they kind of took like that type of
I love
Robin,
Nightwing. I would love to see a Nightwing.
yeah,
Who would y'all cast as Robin?
Chris O'Donnell. No,
Timothy Chalamet. Just kidding. I don't know.
I mean, it has to be somebody young.
Well, you're joking, but I feel like he actually could bring it. Like, he's got that sense of humor, like from Don't Look Up.
Yeah.
And I feel like if he just let himself get a little bigger in his performances,
Yeah.
I think he might actually be
Because
like an interesting role.
after Dune, the one thing I was trying to figure out, I feel like I haven't seen enough Timothy Chalamet showing different roles or like different range in what I've seen so far. But then I was thinking of like Call Me By Your Name, and if he went the opposite direction as that, I feel like Lady Bird is like his baseline where it's very like deadpan but also funny. But then if he went the opposite direction where he was just full on action, I'm down for it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who else.
Yeah,
The guy that if he was like the same age as when he made God, what's the name of that movie? Maze Runner.
Oh, Dylan O'Brien?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you mention him? Someone just mentioned him, right?
No, who did you say? Chris O'Connell or something?
Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah,
No,
I
he
think
played
he
his
would've been good.
he played his Robin in the in the 90s. Well, yeah, no, I was making a joke. He's old as fuck now. Okay.
Skeet.
No.
What was his character's
Joker?
I would watch that.
Bro.
Who did Skeet play in Suicide
Not
Squad?
just his name. It's just his name. He played who did he play?
He's just some dude, maybe.
He got fucking killed like 5 minutes into the
Spoiler.
No,
He was back in the Batman.
what's his name from Hunger Games?
Dylan O'Brien, right?
Oh, is that what you mentioned?
No, that's fuck. Josh something. Fuck.
Hutcherson?
Yep. Is that it?
That's not That's Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Wait,
that's
did you say Hunger Games?
I said Hunger
I
Games.
thought you
Yeah.
said Maze Runner.
Oh no, not Maze Runner. Yeah, no.
No,
From Hunger
I
Games.
don't see him as Robin.
No.
No.
The other one, though, Liam Hemsworth, I could see him as Robin.
Who's that again? I gotta look him up.
He was a Gale in Hunger Games.
Really? I think he's too big for Robin.
Oh,
What's
I
his-
still
what's
think
his
it's
name?
movie, But yeah,
What's his name?
Liam Hemsworth.
Liam, not Neeson.
Liam Neeson as Robin.
Liam Neeson is
That would be
Robin.
awesome.
I don't know. Yeah, he's a little too big to play as Robin. Yeah, he's a little bulky. I don't know. I mean, I would want somebody younger. I would say he's already 32.
Damn,
He's
old.
like older than Batman. That's it.
He's his dad.
Yeah. Chris Hemsworth. No. Oh yeah, Jason Hutcherson. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
I can see that.
Well, see, okay, he's 29, but he has a younger look to him.
Carl from The Walking Dead.
Wow.
I don't think it'd be good for it.
No.
Robin, but it's Chloe Grace Moretz, and Robin is a girl's name.
Wait.
Like gender bender Robin. So it's still Robin, but it's Chloe Grace Moretz.
There's the one from
She's Hit Girl.
Dark Knight Returns that she could play. Because that's
Which
it.
one is that?
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah,
Dark Knight
yeah,
Returns, is that George Miller?
I think so. It's a female Robin.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Where he's like, it's in the
Cool.
future. Batman's
Yeah.
all old and grizzly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I loved her as Hit Girl.
I think that might be a good route for them to go, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we spent a lot of time on Robin.
We spent a lot of time with Batman in general, but
No, I mean, this podcast is dedicated to fucking Batman. That's it. Like, that. This is the Batman pod. But
Well, another thing I thought of about the Batman, no spoiler, but there's a recurring song in it, Ave Maria, the classical piece. And at one point, Riddler starts singing it to Batman as if, like, he would know that that's, like, his recurring song. But we've only ever heard it, like, in the movie.
that was reoccurring.
Yeah, they kept playing that piece, but it's not like Riddler was playing it. Or, like, he
I
maybe
didn't know
was on his
I
own.
didn't see. There were so many fucking. I was so distracted with other
ass
bullshit that I didn't even hear that.
we'll get to that. We'll get to
Yeah,
that.
they played it a couple times.
But no, that's another thing I was gonna say. I really, really like. I love the score in this movie. Like, it's just those moments of just like the creepiness, you know, just the eerie sounds.
The opening was so
Oh my
creepy.
god! When especially when they're investigating the house of the first murder, man, that was yeah. I love that, and
And I realized they showed a lot of scenes of both Riddler and the Batman's like POV with like either the contact lenses or binoculars, whatever it was, and them being kind of mirrors of each other, and that way was really cool.
oh
To
yeah,
show visually.
Yo, that contactless shit was fucking dope. I was like, wow, this Batman is fucking techie as fuck. Like, he
That's how
is
it's supposed
fucking
to be.
Great, man. The one thing that I also didn't really like was that they hyped up.
You just gonna shit on Batman.
No, man, like they hyped up. I'm spacing out the name of the fucking butler. Alfred. There we go. They hyped him up and they were saying that he was gonna have like a huge relationship with Batman, and there was gonna be like no other Batman and Alfred relationship. And I was like, he was barely in the fucking movie.
Yeah,
He was barely in it.
Because also because of a certain part of the movie.
Yeah,
well.
but at the same time, just like before that, we saw him 3 times before that.
Yeah, Michael
And then
Caine had
afterwards.
so much screen time with
Yeah,
Christian
he
Bale.
did.
Yeah.
He did.
You know, like, you guys like Andy Serkis as
He was
Alfred?
he was a good Alfred.
Yeah.
I do think my favorite Alfred's the one from the show though. The Gotham show.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Pennyworth. Isn't there a Pennyworth show? Like,
I think that's actually a prequel to the Gotham show.
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same actor.
No.
Oh,
He's younger.
It's him like in his military service days, I think.
that
He was like in that show. He was like friends with.
Well, have you guys seen that?
No.
The fact that they really went as deep as making an Alfred show is like, bro, come on. Like, is this even necessary? But yeah. I don't. Also, like, you know, what I think like movies don't get enough credit in when it's good. Huh?
No, sorry. I was. No.
There's the editing, man. Like, just on moments of like, just the cuts between showing the environments. You know what I mean? Just like you got to give credit to the editors
And the fight scene editing. The fight scene editing is so clear.
right. Yeah, yeah. That moment where it was after the penguin scene and him and Gordon go to that home. Just like when they showed everything, I was like, man, this is awesome. Yeah, that was cool.
You talk shit about me pointing out cinematography in movies, but the cinematography in this movie is fucking great. It was really good.
Best cinematography. Honestly, man, like, okay, like, yeah, it was good, but
Some of those shots, like especially from up in the buildings and stuff like that, where it's just like a single character, or a few characters, and you can see the fucking cityscape behind him. I was like, wow, this is fucking gorgeous.
I would definitely call that out as one of the best things about this movie.
Yeah.
The cinematography.
you know what? Another thing I really liked about this version of Batman is that he comes off as this hard ass like I strike fear into everybody, but they show his vulnerability. You know, like when there's certain moments where he gets to, it kind of shows like it. Okay, this hits him in a certain way, like
Are you talking about Bruce or Batman?
just him in general.
Because I feel like they show that a lot with Bruce and not really with Batman.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but then there's that one moment where he's
When he's in the
when he's escaping from you don't remember?
Do you mean his
Lies?
vulnerabilities like in a flight or in a fight, or his vulnerability like?
Well, yeah, even in the fights, like it's like okay, so you're not completely unstoppable. You're obviously not Achilles from Troy. You know what I mean?
That's what I like that they did though.
I know.
They made him.
They're still figuring it out.
This guy hit him with the it's an example. I don't know if they I can't remember if this actually happened, but this guy hit him with the fucking bat and he's actually hurting.
Yeah.
It's like that's a real fucking person.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not just gonna take it and fucking be like, oh, nothing happened. I'm gonna punch you in the face now.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love the fact that they went that way. You know.
I thought you were saying that you didn't.
No, they made it obviously. Yeah, this guy's a human. You know.
Another thing. This is very small and not crucial to the character, but I liked and maybe they'll do this in the sequel, when in the Dark Knight you see Bruce Wayne, I'm thinking of the party scene when the Joker crashes the party and then he goes to his escape room and you see him as Bruce Wayne knock the guy out, strip the gun, and then walk into his thing, and you see him slowly transitioning into Batman mode, but he's still got the tux on. He's still 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That's a really great way to show that he's juggling these two lives.
And that's what I think does it for me with still thinking that Christian Bale's the best, both Bruce Wayne and Batman. That the fact that we got so much screen time with both of them, and they were able to really flesh out both characters. So And this one, it was again more like 90% Batman, and I liked it, but it was very.
And it would be really cool, and I think it would totally justify all the choices they made regarding to that in the Batman because the scene I think of as Christian Bale Bruce Wayne is in Batman Begins when he's trying to get everybody to leave the house when Ra's al Ghul shows up, and he's being just like that rich dick and being like, you fucking freeloaders, and just like, getting mad at all of them. I think that's one of the best scenes of him being Bruce Wayne in order to better be Batman. And if they show Robert Pattinson starting to develop that Bruce Wayne mask, like we were calling it, then I think would be really, really good.
I'm confident that they will, but we'll see. I mean, that's the only thing I do want to see a little bit more of is just like him masking Batman and him playing the Bruce Wayne role a little bit.
Because you could have Alfred being like, you really have to see these people. Who do you think pays for all this tech and everything? You need to secure the money side of stuff. So then he starts really making an effort to sculpt that personality. That would be really cool to see.
I do understand why they didn't go that route with this first movie, though, because I feel like a lot of people would have been, like, complained that, we're just getting another, like, how many times do we have to see Bruce? Can we just see Batman?
I get it. They wanted to do something that was more original, you know? Like, if you were a fan of the comic books, then you probably love this movie, you know? Like, if you don't care about the comic books, you probably are like, I want to see blah, blah, blah. But, okay. Let's talk about our experience.
That, honestly, like, top 3 worst movie theater experiences ever. Right behind fucking Ghostbusters and my second viewing of Far From Home. That shit was really bad. Like, me and Eric were just saying, like, at this point, I'm kind of, like, thinking about not even going back to the Chinese theater. It's my second bad experience there. Just like, next time if I can get a center seat, I'm gonna do it. But if not, I'm just not gonna go again.
I've only been to the Chinese theater for Spider-Man, No Way Home, and the Batman. And both times was like annoying, and this time for me personally was worse. Yeah. So it's like in order, it's gotten worse.
Yeah. Yeah, because you have so many people there who are probably just trying to do touristy shit during their vacation. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I really wanted to like punch everybody in the back of their heads.
I don't understand that. I like there was so many people, like more than 50 people late to the movie, 20 minutes late to the movie, and then people just getting up every 10 minutes. If you're going to the movies, don't fucking like do your shit beforehand, like.
Dude, I'm telling you, I saw the same girl like 3 times.
I noticed her too. One of the guys said the same thing.
Yes. Why do you, like you said, I'm like, when I go to the movie theater, unless it's like a movie theater that's empty, a movie that I really don't care about, or I probably maybe already seen it, like, I'll get up and go because it's an empty theater. But if it's like a big...
It's almost a sold out fucking show. Like, and it's an opening night too. It's just like, why?
And then the fucking asshole that yelled his friend's name in the middle of the movie. What? Jesus. Yeah, no, man. That was terrible.
Like, the biggest thing that got me was the trying to force a clap.
That was very big.
Every little moment that happened.
They clapped when they saw the Batmobile.
Well, and even that I kind of get. Like, one of my best, actually probably my best theater experience was going to see The Force Awakens. And, like, Millennium Falcon shows up, R2-D2 shows up, people applauding. I'm down for that. Yeah. So Batmobile I can kind of get. But the scene that made me crack up laughing is just when he, like, it's not even him walking into a room. It's like an hour into the movie, but he's, like, talking to someone, and then he, like, steps around him, and people just start going... What happened right there? Nothing changed in the scene.
There were a lot of moments like that.
Yeah, and they're just trying to hype it up. It's Robert Pattinson in the back.
I understand when he first showed up, like how he comes out of the dark, and like he shows up because. I mean, without spoiling, like, you're anticipating him to be there, and then when they show him, it's like hell yeah, he's here. I get that.
There were a few moments where it was like, okay, like I understand, like even I clapped in some of those.
Yeah.
90% of that time, I was just like, nope, like stop, it's cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just that shit.
The
man.
worst theater experience I had was for actually No Way Home. I went to go see it in
Oh,
Louisiana, and there was just this like group of high schoolers in the back who were not there to watch the movie at all. Like they were just there to hang out and talking the whole movie, and they eventually got kicked out. But it was like 2 hours into the movie. It sucked.
Oh my god! How long were people like walking throughout the movie? Like, okay, how long did it take for like the consistency? It was like a good 20 minutes of like
Huge packs
just packs of people walking, like just. Oh my god, it's like the first 10 minutes especially was like bad. It was like a line of people
20 minutes. Like I said before, I didn't hear a single word that was coming from the screen for the first 5 minutes of the movie. I don't know what they said. There were just people like there was like people like digging
bag rumbles.
Yeah.
It's like, bro.
I could hear people in the lobby. They weren't closing the door and shit. I was like, well, what's up with this?
I mean,
It's such a big theater.
and I even like got mad and yelled at the fucking person that had their flashlight on.
You have the fucking flashlight. It's the
Stupid
movie's
as fuck.
starting. Turn that shit off. Like, it was too much.
So you want to wait till the lights go off, and when the movie's starting, they show the fucking title screen already, and like you're looking for whatever you're looking for. Like, how come you didn't do that shit before? That's why when I was like, yo, before this movie starts, I'm running to the restroom. I'm making sure I don't have to like get up, and we were kind of in the back to where it wouldn't like bother people.
That's what I didn't like about it. I feel like, also the fucking AC was. I don't know. For me, I was cold the entire fucking movie, and I
wasn't.
I don't like that experience took away from the movie for me. I don't think it took away that much, but it definitely did take away from
That wasn't the AC. That was Batman breathing down your neck. He was waiting for you to turn around.
Well, and it is nice going to places like the New Beverly or even the Lamel, where you know people going there, or maybe it's the type of movie, or they're also trying to have the same movie experience you are, and it's not like the No Way Home experience I had, where they're just there to hang out with their friends and not see it at all.
I just don't understand that. Like, you're going to a movie theater, you pay X amount of dollars to see it in IMAX.
Yeah, IMAX, yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, you're getting up back and forth. Like, why did you come here for if you're gonna do shit like that? That shit was stupid and annoying. Like, the guy yelling in the middle of the movie was like obnoxious. Like, bro, come on. Like, dude, just find somewhere to sit.
If I go there again, it's definitely going to be like center of the theater. I'm not going at all. And from now on, I think I'm going to start going to like smaller theaters, like the Lamel theaters and stuff like that. Because it's just.
I mean, I love AMC personally. Like,
is there an AMC around here? Oh, Burbank. But,
Yeah. That's the closest.
what do you guys think about AMC charging an extra $1 to watch the movie?
To watch Batman?
Like, period, or?
They're charging, it's like an extra like $1 or so.
Just for that one movie?
Yeah.
That's
Just
kinda
because?
fucked up.
Just because they can?
I don't know. I really don't know why.
That's really dumb.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, they're charging more. But terrible experience.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's seriously like top 3 worst of all time for me.
Both times of me going to that theater was just like annoying. And that's why I say it's hard for me to want to go back.
Richard, do something about it. No.
Richard goes and vigilantes like everybody in there. You just like I say, I'm just imagining like if I was standing in front of the crowd, I just see like people just fall, and just Richard just comes out with like a bunch of smoke. I'm Batman. Nah, but it's hard. Like, we only go there because like we want to have I guess a real premiere experience, right?
Yeah.
You know?
mean, that was
Like, the fact that you have somebody coming out before the movie starts announcing that, welcome everybody to the show.
That was cool as fuck.
That's cool, yeah.
And the whole fucking light, the Batman thing on the screen. That was really cool.
Oh my
I saw a
gosh.
picture. That looked dope.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You weren't there. You came in like the previews, right?
Right before they started.
If the previews are going in and you guys are coming in, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you know, it takes like 20 minutes for the movie to get started. And I feel like the previews was kind of short.
The previews were pretty short. There were like, what, 3 trailers?
Yeah, it was Multiverse and then...
Top Gun.
It was like if most, because I'm usually it's like what, like 20 minutes, right? But this was like maybe like 15, like 12 to 15 minutes. Yeah. So, but yeah, we wanted to get an experience out of this. We wanted to have, you know, the whole feel of it, and it's like, damn, kind of. We still enjoyed it.
That's a really enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, I'm really glad I saw it in IMAX.
Yeah, same here.
Like I said, I'm really curious to see what it's like in Dolby.
Yeah.
You know,
I can't wait to watch it, honestly. Like, and now I'm gonna be like watching it less. I don't know. It's weird because like whenever I go watch a movie, I hate that I watch it with a critic's eye. This time around, I wasn't really watching it like that. So the next time I go into it, I'm gonna definitely watch it with a critic's eye.
Yeah, the hype thing I totally get. That happened to me with No Time to Die, where I really want to rewatch that movie, knowing what happens in it now.
Yeah.
Because the hype going into it was just too big for anything to match. Yeah.
Yeah. This was a great movie. What would you guys rate it?
What are we doing? Out of 5? Out of 10?
Rate it whatever you want. I rate in letters.
Okay.
You rate in whatever you rate, however you guys want.
Out of 5, I'm gonna give it a 4 right now.
Out of 10, I'm going to give it an 8.
Out of letters, I'm giving it an A. A solid A.
Do you have a plus system, or is it just kind of...
Yeah, no, it's A minus plus, whatever.
What would be an A plus? Just
What, an A plus?
like,
Oh my god.
Put a plus on top of this.
Woo, shit. Like I said, I think if we were to get that small side of Bruce Wayne putting on the whole, you know, the face, then yeah. Because, I mean, yeah, the movie's long, but I love the pace of it. It had to be a little slow at moments, but at the same time, there was action in between, you know, the talking moments that led up to the action.
And we mentioned the, like, originality, too, of this is just like a... Yes, it's Batman, and it's somebody we've seen a lot, but it was an original story, and I really like the way that TV shows are going right now. A lot of limited series. I love limited series, but the fact that this was just a standard 3-hour movie of an original story was it's crazy that that's almost getting rare nowadays. Extended universe, none of that.
It definitely felt like it could have been a Netflix original in a way. Or like HBO Max original in a way, and I mean that in a good way, because it felt like I was watching like like true crimes or something. Yeah, you know what I mean, and I love that. I absolutely love that they did that. I think that's what it is. I just love that they fused these different genres into one and made it work. I love the characters. I don't think there was one single bad casting.
I do think I love the grittiness of it and the like darkness of it, but I do feel like if it would have had an R rating, I think it would have.
Oh yeah,
for me.
Yeah. And I mean, there's an F-bomb in there.
What?
Yes, early in the movie. Yeah.
Who said it?
I forget what he said.
I forgot what the character's name is.
It was like real early.
Yeah, it was pretty early.
The first scenes. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
If some of those scenes were really fucking brutal, I feel like if we would have seen more blood or something.
Oh my god.
Been like, damn.
That is the thing, man.
The PG-13 pretty.
They really did.
Pretty close, yeah.
That is the thing and dude, it's crazy. We like heard Batman cuss. Like holy shit.
He was really hurting people in this movie, like really fucking hurting.
But that's Batman. Yeah. That is Batman. Like, yeah, he hurts people to nearly death.
And that was the thing that I did like over the Nolan trilogy, the fighting sequences and the fucking brutality of them.
So much better.
Like, fuck, man.
Wait, in this movie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was one of my biggest critiques of that trilogy was that the action was not
so stiff.
Yeah, it wasn't. The combat was very like I felt like I could have thrown those punches.
Yeah,
you know.
Did you ever see that scene from Dark Knight Rises where all the bad guys are circling him, and somebody missed their cue or something in the fight
Oh,
scenes.
shit.
And so he's over here fighting this guy, and then this dude over here just randomly throws his head back and flies backwards.
Damn.
I'll find this.
Yeah, I mean, we got to see Batman kick. You know, it was a lot of. I love seeing the close quarters combat.
Yeah.
And just just him knowing martial arts and stuff it's awesome. You know,
I really do want to see more Catwoman though, especially in the sequel. She needs to be a bigger part of the story because they advertised her a lot and like
she was in there quite a
I
bit.
think Batman kind of like overshadowed her just a little bit.
What's a Batman movie? It's called The Batman.
I know, but
Yeah, but she was so big in the marketing and
Yeah,
everything,
that's what I'm saying.
that's what I mean about the Anne Hathaway thing of she, and pretty much just repeating what I was talking to you about last night, Jose, where she is so true to the character of I'm only gonna do what's important for me to do, and if you're useful to me, the second you're not, I'm gonna cut you and leave.
Yeah.
And in this one, she presented herself that way, but I feel like the one thing she did that was really true to Catwoman was that scene on the rooftop. I don't know if you remember, where then she jumps onto the cable, but other than that, it felt like she was just kind of, like an accessory to Batman. And I read a review afterwards where they described Zoe Kravitz and Robert Pattinson as having insane chemistry. And I didn't really see that.
yeah, I mean,
Look at this guy. She's fighting him right here. Or he is right there.
caught like
I know, it's
No one saw that
huge.
shit,
Biggest
like-
movie, yeah.
But yeah, great movie overall. I was a little afraid that it was gonna be hard to hear certain parts. I mean, with the exception of the stupid people.
someone in the comments saying that they definitely had great chemistry.
Zoe and Robert? Yeah, I didn't see it.
I didn't mind their chemistry. I thought it wasn't like the best
It was
chemistry in the world, you know.
They could have
But
had way better chemistry.
yeah,
Because one thing I did like, I think it affected the chemistry, but one thing I liked that they showed about Robert Pattinson is that he's a little, because he's so invested in Batman, it does make him a little bit, like the scene where he's staring through her window that I was talking about, where they don't comment it on being specifically creepy, but he is just like staring at her while she's changing and stuff, and so just doing that is a little bit creepy, and I feel like she's pulling a lot of that weight if there is any chemistry there, and he's a little bit detached.
You know, you saying that it was just like she was the one that always like really was the one like pursuing things more so than like the romantic aspect of it, and he was just like, I'm here, like I'll accept it, but I'm not gonna like pursue anything. In the comics, it's very equal, at least in the storylines that I've read. So.
And to be fair, I didn't really dig Anne Hathaway and Christian Bale's chemistry either.
For me, she was a very odd choice to play Catwoman, but that's
I was gonna say Joker. I love Riddler, honestly. Like, I really love that villain in this movie. Like I said, I'm a Riddler fan, but I thought that was awesome. Like what they did with that character. Yeah, and I just enjoyed like how everything with all the characters kind of tied into like the main storyline of the movie. You know, it wasn't just like there was no side quest. You know,
Yeah.
it was like Catwoman's like kind of journey, kind of like was a little side story-ish, but it's somehow still tied into Batman's main thing, and I like that. So it was written really good. So
is this episode like just literally dedicated to Batman, or are we gonna cover anything else?
I mean that's the main thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the main thing. We've been talking about Batman for an hour now, but actually there was something Batman. Yeah, okay, we talked about Batman villains. Ooh, okay. Let's lighten up. Let's get to the funnies. Who let's say like years from now they were to reboot of Batman, who would be like the funniest person to play as Batman? Like, who would you guys like jokingly? You gotta know you hate this type of shit.
I do.
but like basically like how we said Peter Dinklage. Who would you guys like just for laugh like you would like just smoke and just have a good time? Who would you like to see as Batman?
I can actually see Dinklage pulling off Batman. I mean, after Game of Thrones, I feel like he'd be fine.
If you can play Joel and The Last of Us, you can definitely play
Oh,
I would
shit.
think like Seth Rogen.
Bro, what the fuck? Seth Rogen? Oh, shit. Oh. Bill Cosby. Yo, man. Him and Catwoman? Oh.
It's a movie with all the like actors who've gotten caught with like sexual abuse shit. So, like,
Oh,
Cosby,
shit.
Batman, Louis C.K. as the Joker, and like what's his
Weinstein
face?
is fucking Penguin.
Fucking
6ix9ine. Wait, did he say 6ix9ine could be the Joker? But
Bro, 6ix9ine as the Joker.
Chris D'Elia as the Riddler.
Oh, shit. Who plays Catwoman? Nicki Minaj?
Cardi B.
Oh, wow. She can barely pronounce words properly. Cardi B. Damn. No, somebody be like, oh, Michael B. Jordan.
He's never playing Superman, so.
Yeah, anyway. So, but yeah, I mean, I want to throw that in there. I mean, Peter Dinklage is always going to be funny. But, what else? Wait, was there something else that you wanted to discuss?
I can't remember though. It's on my phone.
I was gonna actually mention about like because they pulled Batman from Russia.
Oh yeah.
And just that whole shit in general. Yeah, so we're going to that now.
Okay.
How do you think of the whole like everything just being pulled from Russia? Like, is that I don't know. I have no idea. You know, with just delaying releases and pulling everything from that.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
It's definitely good. But I don't know if is that gonna
Affect anything? No. I mean, it's basically showing that they're not gonna, like, you know, these companies are not supporting Russia and what they're doing, but
someone said Russia needs the Batman right now. Russia needs the Batman right
They
now.
need-
You know, I was thinking like it does suck that the Russian people have to pay for like the people who don't want war.
yeah,
That
because
they have to pay for all of Putin's shit.
yeah, because I mean, a lot of people do not agree with what the fuck Putin's doing.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, that happened.
It's happening right now, but
And I just saw they opened fire on a bunch of press today too. Like
really?
you know how the press will go in with tactical gear, but they say big ass press letters on there. Some Russian soldiers or something just didn't notice or didn't care. And
Oh,
just,
fuck.
yeah,
Damn.
they survived. They shot them, but yeah, they survived.
damn, that's crazy.
Jeez. Didn't somebody put like a hit on Putin?
Did that? I don't know.
Some senator said, did you see that, Josh? Some senator said, like, I heard, like, an alleged claim, so I don't know if it was taken out of context or something, but some guy said we should just assassinate him, and then everybody was like, that's not a solution.
Yeah.
It is.
But I don't know much about it.
Yeah. I mean, that has kind of been the problem with the whole Russian dictator problem, is that each one is worse than the last, you know? Like Lenin,
Yeah, that's true.
there are some arguments left-leaning people can make about him not being terrible,
Mm-hmm.
but then, you know, there was Stalin, and then somebody in between, I forget. And then like Gorbachev sucked, and like when he got out in the it seemed like a good thing for a minute, and then now we have Putin, and Putin's a fucking monster. So like God knows what the next tool of the Russian oligarchy is,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
just Trump, who knows?
It was Lindsey Graham calling for Putin to be assassinated.
Oh man.
Sounds
And
like that will-
I feel like a lot of it in general, and I'm glad that this is like part of the conversation, is I've heard people referring to it as like warmongering of there is so much anger and people wanting justice, but it's like they're doing it the right way. And weirdly enough, did you ever see the interview where they go to assassinate Kim Jong-un? Mm-hmm. I really like that they threw into that movie. They were going to kill Kim Jong-un, but then one of the North Korean defectors pointed out that, like, how can the U.S. make the same mistake where they kill somebody, someone worse takes their place, and then the whole cycle starts over again. So, but yeah, I don't think killing Putin is it, or at least not all of it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah.
I'm trying to find what I was trying to pull up earlier. But
What were you
don't wait
looking
on
for?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
Yeah, you know what? I actually saw something. Let me see if I can.
Damn, they just said producer Dylan Clark says we will see sequel to Batman in less than 5 years.
Wait, what?
I'd hope it'd be less than 5 years.
Yeah, why wouldn't? Whoa, that's 5 years.
Yeah.
Should it take 5 years to see a Batman?
I mean,
A
if they're
sequel?
barely starting like any like pre-production for it or anything, like or writing for it, then yeah.
Right. Anthony Starr arrested.
Oh yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
Did you guys hear about
Staying
that?
true to his character.
Anthony Starr got arrested. Homelander arrested for assaulting a chef.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
How? Why? What did he put in his food?
That's fucking. I feel like that's some Kanye shit.
But how do you think that actually got started? Like, what did he do?
What if he's a Karen in real life and he was just like late with his food or something? Like,
Where the fuck is my food? Yo, he is really Homelander. So like all the comments of people saying like, yo, he's really getting in the character.
what do y'all think about I Am Legend getting a sequel?
Oh shit, that shit. Oh man, no, don't stop. And then as I said, Michael B. Jordan. Oh man, y'all need to stop.
We just need more original shit, man. Like I'm so tired of all this like fucking sequel, reboot, prequel shit. It's just watched Batman yesterday, but
No, I mean, I get it. Like, yeah, even though Batman was what it was, it's still just like, okay, it'd be nice to have some different shit.
yeah.
Because, like, okay, let's just say if Batman wasn't the Batman, like, I'm talking specifically just the script alone. Like,
I don't like that. Sorry, that goes back to what Richard asked me about. Like, what if the Joker wasn't the Joker? I was like, then it wouldn't be the movie it is. But like,
no, of course, absolutely. But I still think like you take away Batman, Riddler, Penguin, all that stuff, all the Batman shit, but you just keep that storyline, or just like kind of what happens. I think I would still enjoy it.
what would the
Because but then again, that would go back to what you said, like
it
7.
wouldn't be it wouldn't be what it is.
I think also Batman in particular is like, it relies so much on him being Batman.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like not meta in that way, but it is like you have to know shit about Batman.
The characters are what they are. Like you can't like.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It was, in comparisons to this and Joker, because I know you're a big fan of Joker. I know you not so much.
Oh really?
Not as much. I don't dislike. That's another one I need to rewatch.
Okay.
And then
I think the hype was so big. Yeah.
I know you liked it. You said Josh, but it wasn't like what what people made it seem like, right?
Yeah,
That's pretty
I
much
think
my
it's-
feeling. Yeah.
It's good, but I feel like people who loved it might have loved it too much and might give it too much credit. But then at the same time, people who hate it are like hating too much.
Yeah.
That's how I'm feeling about the Batman. Actually, with people loving it, it's like it's good, but it's just not there for me. But yeah, what were you saying about the comparison?
For you, since so you still like you think Joker's better than this one?
I can't compare them because it's a Joker movie and a Batman movie. But overall, as the movie,
And which one did you enjoy more? Is what I'm asking. Because okay, all right.
Yeah, I would put Batman over Joker.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, so total opposite. Man, that's hard because I love both movies. I think okay for now. I'm just gonna say Joker only because I had more time. I've seen it more. Give me a little. Yeah, I might need more time to watch Batman again. But I don't know, man.
I feel like Batman.
I really loved it.
For any reservations I had about it, I feel like this movie is going to age so well.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, people are
Hell
talking
yeah.
about whatever franchise it turns into, trilogy, whatever. It's going to be. I feel like it's going to be like the Christian Bale ones, where it just
Yeah, because
really stands the test of time.
I think I think the action was not over the top. It was it was good. I think that's gonna be action that doesn't look aged as time goes on. And just like we were saying, just about the plot, the story, the characters, everything is just good overall. But I don't know, man. Damn, do I love this movie.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think Joker will stand as much as Batman will. I think Joker was a little much of its time.
Really? I feel like the opposite. I feel like it's also gonna age very well, and people are gonna look back at it and be like, "Damn." I was gonna mention Zack Snyder's or Ben Affleck's Batman, and how different these two Batmans are. To where, again, going back to the whole how they shot the movie and stuff, they were very practical with this new Batman, and that's what I don't like about the Zack Snyder movies. They're just very CGI, very over the top, very too much action, too many explosions, too much of that nonsense.
Because they wanted to replicate Marvel.
Yeah.
It's like I get it. That is your, obviously your competitor, but I think, I said a while ago that they lost it when they tried to copy another, comics, I guess, cinematic universe identity. That when they came out with Man of Steel, it had its own identity. I felt like, that was
practical effects for sure. Though there's just a scene where a car pulls up to a stop, and even just the way that I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but they're on the freeway and a car just pulls up to a stop. And just the way that they show that is just fucking thrilling. Yeah.
The whole explosions thing, from the trailer, they were like, that was a practical thing. They actually drove the fucking car through the explosion.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it looks incredible.
Wow. Yeah, man.
That's another one too, where I wish they would have shown less from the highway scene, because that was clearly a high point of the film. And I was like, I know how
such a pivotal moment.
And him coming out the elevator where it's dark, and the
that
gunshots in
one
the
too.
dark.
Yes, dude, come on. Yes, why did they show us that? Dude, because that, if I would have saw that scene for the first time, just watching the movie, I would have fucking busted a nut. Fuck, man.
Also, the rooftop scene with the cable thing, that was also in the trailers.
Yeah. And that's what made me really hyped for her Catwoman, and that was kind of the only scene like that where she had some other ones, but and if they would have just shown, I feel like with something like that, like you were saying, they have to market their movie. They have to make sure it's going to be huge, and they did a phenomenal job with the marketing anyway. But if they also would have just shown Robert Pattinson as Batman, Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, and then a couple shots of the city and stuff here and there, people still would have gone and seen the movie. Yeah.
100%.
I think Matt Reeves has obviously read the Detective Comics. Do y'all think he's played the Arkham games?
Yeah.
Because I feel like this was a lot of Arkham.
I saw a lot of Arkham in this.
I haven't played the game and I fucking noticed it. So.
Yeah.
And there's just a little bit of the Telltale. If you guys played that.
I saw some of that.
Yeah, I mean, it was because in the Telltale Batman games, it's a lot of detective shit. But
I would love for, I don't know if y'all know Paul Dini, the writer, but he's done a lot of the Batman animated series. I'm sure he's done comics. I don't know which ones, but he does tons of Batman, and he also did the Arkham games. And if he wrote one of this franchise movies, I think it'd be so fucking good.
Do you guys think they're gonna stick with the same director and with the same writers, or are they gonna change it up?
It seems like they would stick with Matt Reeves.
I really hope so.
I
I really fucking hope so.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna pull an Alien where it's like, okay, Ridley Scott does one and then James Cameron does two. I don't think they're gonna do that.
I really hope they don't.
They might learn from Star Wars too of how bad that could go.
And from the previous movies with fucking
Did
whole Justice League thing.
Did John Watts do all of the Spider-Mans?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, all right, cool. So yeah, that's good. Just stick with what is going. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Yeah, because obviously he knows what he's doing. You know, just build off of what you have. It's like that's like if you just won a championship and then you fired your coach and then hired another coach. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like no, but
yeah, I need to watch more Matt Reeves shit because this was.
Sammy, what other
He
stuff
seems
has
like
he
an
directed?
amazing.
yeah. What else has he done?
But he seems like an amazing director. Let's pull it up.
And that's the thing is that you could see the actors were directed very, very well.
Oh, he did the Apes movies.
That's right, and I love the Apes movies. I love those movies.
And very practical, very
I
grounded.
love Cloverfield.
Very gritty.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, not much.
Matt Reeves is fucking awesome.
He only did 2 of the Apes movies though.
Which one?
The second two?
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War of the Planet of the Apes.
That's the last two, right?
I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Yeah, and the first one does feel very different than those. It's much more San Francisco.
Yeah. The first one is
I don't watch those movies, man.
the first one is Rise of the Planet of the Apes, right?
Yeah. And he
Okay.
did Let Me In, which explains why he's so good at horror.
Man, that's good. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
good.
the genre thing, I was supposed to say gender bender. The genre thing you were talking about where he mixes so many together, it works flawlessly.
It makes
It never feels like it's jumping from one to the next.
It's like, have you guys ever cooked a meal that was like you didn't think would have ever worked, and then you actually just tried it one day and it was like, yo, this shit is fire. Like, this is actually really good. Who would have thought that rice would have went with, I'm just gonna say chicken, of course, obviously that goes, but like somebody started that. Somebody started, rice and chicken? Holy shit, pour some teriyaki sauce on there. Huh. That's a good meal.
I think you're talking about Ratatouille at this point.
I've never seen Ratatouille.
Really?
No.
What?
I've never seen Ratatouille.
What?
Dude, think about it with a sandwich. Someone came up with a sandwich. Like, that's crazy.
Bro, who would have thought
Give me this bread, give me
bread
this
and
I'll do
meat?
it from here, yeah.
Yeah, that's what Matt Reeves did with this.
He invented the sandwich.
He invented a film sandwich,
The Batwitch.
the Batwitch.
And now Little Caesar has their bat calzone popping.
120. Cool. I don't know what else y'all got.
I didn't find the thing I want to talk
What
about.
did it involve?
I have no idea. I don't remember. Yeah, that always fucking happens, and then after the episode ends, I'm like, oh, there it is.
Well, how about this? After we finish recording, you can just do like a fucking solo, like, hey guys, it's Jose, I'm back. Just wanted to
Just
add
talk about it
this.
myself, like, yep, I found it, and then nothing else.
You can FaceTime me. Yeah, I mean, I know, honestly, other than just like a few other little things, it's just the whole Ukraine and Russia thing. There's really not much else that happened that I could think of that's like worth talking about. Yeah. Do you guys Have anything though? Nothing to add? Yeah. I feel like I'm missing something from this movie. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm really thinking. I feel like I got everything out that I needed to say, but yeah.
John Turturro killed it. He was so good.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone killed it. The whole cast was amazing.
Dude, they did great.
Even like the small characters that barely were in the movie, they were like, damn, they did really good.
They did great, yeah. I really like Colin Farrell as the Penguin.
He was really fucking good. Yeah.
Yeah, and like they kind of even made, like kind of poked fun at him just not being like a main villain too. Is like, which is kind of it's cool. Yeah, it's like nah, you're just a dude. Yeah, I like that they had Falcone in this movie.
Yeah.
You know, I honestly I didn't know he was supposed to be in this one.
Spoilers for. Okay.
I didn't say anything of what.
I just pointed out a character that no one knew was in the movie, but.
I'm sorry. I didn't say like what his involvement in the story is. If I say what he does,
The Flash was really good in this movie.
Oh yeah, because he can like go through like different time zones and shit. Yeah, that's right.
Timelines.
He flies to Australia.
It's funny, man. That the whole light thing, man. The light with the Riddler, the light thing.
What?
The light scene with the Riddler.
Oh,
that was man.
The light scene?
Just like how it was, the whole lead up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was very, very clever, man. It was very clever. Like just the whole mystery of just like finding clues and everything was just so clever.
This could have been I feel like fucking Ryan Johnson directed this. It would have been a fucking whodunit. Like, Batman and his villains locked inside a room.
I'd be down for it.
Damn.
Anna de Armas throwing up every time she lies.
So, adamantium or Mandalorian armor?
Best car, for sure.
Huh?
Best car.
Yeah? Okay. No Wolverine claws?
Fuck that.
No cap shield?
The exoskeleton would be dope though. Or like to have your bones coated in adamantium.
Yeah, it's also amazing like how like indestructible Batman's costume is. It's so fucking great. Honestly, dude, like another thing that I guess I didn't realize before, like actually watching is like he looks like massive in this movie.
Batman?
Yes.
Yeah. I love the suit, man.
He looks huge.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously, of course, like the suit makes him bigger, but it's just like damn.
There is a scene where he's wearing regular people clothes over his bat suit. He's like wearing like a hoodie and sweatpants or something, because then he's gonna take them off to be Batman. I thought he looked really funny.
Let me show you this real quick.
I mean, they did that with what's his name, the Justice League,
Cyborg.
Ben Affleck. How he had the fucking trench coat on with the goggles.
Yeah.
Dude, what were they doing with that? Why? Why does Batman have a fucking trench coat on?
So, McFarlane Toys makes like they're doing the Batman figure, like they're a line of them, and a lot of people were hating on this fucking Bruce Wayne action figure, and you saying that just reminded me of it.
That's kind of what it looked like.
Well, that's from the movie, yeah.
Like he probably got a screen grab from that. Like that's how he looks. Let's fucking make this.
Honestly, the other thing is like, yo, how do y'all not know that he's fucking Batman? Like, how do y'all not? How do you not catch that at this point?
So much of his face is revealed too, and he's got such a distinctive jawline. I was just hoping somebody would go, "Are you Bruce Wayne?" Like,
bro, you're Bruce.
Yeah.
Like I know you're Bruce. Yeah.
Especially when it's like the Penguin or Zoe Kravitz or somebody who's just talking to him as Batman, and then Bruce Wayne shows up. Like that's
It's like okay, yeah. It's like okay, you know, you're barely ever around. You're fucking sad and depressed.
In general, though, I feel like that's just.
And his hair covers up so much of his face. You're mainly only getting the lower part anyway.
Yeah.
Damn. I didn't like his hair though. That shit was like.
You don't like his hair?
It was
It was
very
way too
emo.
emo, yeah.
Very emo.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, it kind of would have been nice, like in his just regular Bruce scenes, if he would have had it like more slick back or something like that. But he don't give a fuck, you know. But yeah, what we putting on?
I'm gonna put on the homie that we were just talking about before we started actually shooting with the whole live thing. Crippled Main on Spotify. He makes some pretty good music, so check him out. What about you?
Come back to me.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'm a what is it? What's the Monopoly thing, or is it Uno or Monopoly? The skip card.
Uno.
Is it Uno? Okay.
I think it's both actually. Right?
Josh.
Reverse it.
Yeah, Josh. Do you have anything?
Yeah, actually, this is kind of random, but one of my coworkers used to work in a film lab that got like stuff from like, you know, for music videos and shit like that. And he showed me this one that he did where there was for JLo that was a mix of Super 8, 16mm, and 35mm film, and like they left all the perks in so you can really easily tell which is which. It's from a couple months ago, called Cambia. What is it? Cambia El Paso.
What is it called?
Cambia El Paso. Sorry,
Are they on
Spanish is
Instagram?
atrocious. He might be on Instagram. It's also just like on YouTube. It's just JLo's page. Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. Like, especially if you ever think about shooting film and stuff. It's a really good kind of like side by side of all the different gauges. Yeah, so it's cool little piece.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Wow. That is so neat.
All right.
First fucking 17 seconds it's already like.
Right? Yeah. It's
Damn.
really tight.
Were you ready yet?
I don't really have a put on for this week, so I'm just going to say Vox wrote this article, How You Can Help Ukrainians If You Don't Know How to Help. And just, you know, it's easy to forget about because we have it pretty good over here currently, but a lot of people are really going through it. So Vox.com article is called How You Can Help Ukrainians. They have links to, you know, Polish immigration funds, people helping the refugees, people who are, you know, suppressing the media, supporting political action. And I just saw somebody tweet about it today, but always good to know about.
That's a put on. That's a real put on. You know, it's like, all right, I'm gonna have to just put on breathing oxygen. You know, everybody don't hold your breath too long. You might die or pass out.
In and out.
They're gonna be in an IV. No, I want to put on my boy who is. I mentioned to Jose and Josh that he's actually into like as a gaffer. If anybody in the local Los Angeles near Hollywood area, he has a YouTube. His name is Lawrence. His YouTube channel is Sir Lawrence Steinfeld. So Sir Lawrence and then Steinfeld. That's his last name. It's STEINFELDT. You can also find him on IG as Cali_dreaming_NY_scheming. Goddamn. So that's dreaming with just the N-O-G. And same thing with scheming. So yeah, go check him out. Yeah, he's I believe he's done some directing as well, and he's already at 15,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Damn.
Yeah, so yeah, go check him out.
Yes, sir.
That's what I got.
Oh, cool.
Last words. Any words of encouragement? Skeet.
You're the one that does this at the end, so.
I don't know, man. I used to be ready for these, but I kind of like stopped being so good at it, I guess. Or maybe I thought I was good.
I guess I got one. Bitches, stop tripping.
Bitches, please stop.
Tie them shoes, you know what I'm saying?
like literally stop tripping.
Get your shit together.
You might hurt yourself.
Get to movies on time.
Wear some Crocs at least, you know.
But yeah, you might. Never mind. Story for them. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of the show. I mean, sorry if anybody was looking to hear anything about.
No apologies. No apologies.
Nah, fuck that. Yeah, y'all listen to it. We wasn't trying to do a whole long ass episode like we did last week, but yeah, that's it.
Go watch the Batman.
Go watch the Batman. Oh, is it this camera? Go watch the Batman.
Get there on time.
Get there on fucking time.
10 minutes early.
You're respectful of the other fucking people in the
And
audience.
no, all seriousness, like be respectful of people's experience. Like if I'm using my hard-earned money that I worked for to go see this, I don't want to have to deal with shit like that. So yeah. Filmmakers keep filmmaking, gamers keep gaming, musicians keep making music, artists keep making art, creators keep creating. Peace.